Welcome to a new instalment of the Model Club. On this episode we'll be looking at the superstructure, some gloss coats, some gluing and some washes. So look forward to seeing you then. Right, so while I'm still not doing the hull and taking a rest, let's paint the speed launchers and safety boots. There we are. In fact, we can get rid of that bit. Where's my paint? I can't remember if I thinned this for the airbrush or not. There we go. Bit of stir. I haven't got any tissue. Paint all these little bits up here because they're all small bits that I'm painting and then stick them on the model later. Some airbrush cleaner on it. I'm gonna have to get some more of that. Look, YouTube channel bleeding me dry. Try it out on these. Bit. Finally the boats. Right, I'll let them dry. Let's find somewhere to put them, and then we'll come back and do a bit more, a little bit more work on them because I want to paint the bits that are on them. So that's that one. Let that one dry over there. These two will be dry in a couple of seconds. Put them back in the old box. I'll clean the airbrush out later. Just get the decks sorted out on these little tiny boots. probably would have been easier painting more brown. I reckon that would be a nice wash will sort that out. There we are, let that dry. Probably have to give them another coat. More lifeboats. Fill these tiny little bits in with some white. Hold it properly. The important thing at the moment is to be sort of accurate. Oh, but with a nice wash over the top of it. You don't have to be mega accurate. But I definitely think this is worth doing. The instructions call out for you just to paint them all white, whereas I've had a look at a couple of pictures, which is quite hard work to find pictures of the hood in colour, but it seems like these were the colours they were painted. These are like the motor launchers for the captain. Ship to ship. Shuttlecraft, if you're that way inclined. So I will be back when I've done the rest of them, because most of it is holding them over here so you can't see them. And then we're going to give them a clear coat wash, stick on the boat layers. So they've all been painted and they've had clear wash, clear coat X22. I'm going to give them a quick wash over with panel liner. Let that dry, stick them on. Right, so finished off the little boats, painted them the colours, given them a clear coat. I used X22 because I was having some problems with my old Faithful Little stuff. Was really ruining some of the models, but this stuff did quite well. It is an acrylic, so you've got to be a little bit gentle with it, but yeah, I thought they come out alright, to be fair. Ready to go on the boat. The boat is at a point where this has also been clear coated, so I'm going to try and get some brown on the old floorboards, of which I was going to use, was it going to be dark brown? I don't know if I've got another European Airfix water. What's this one? Fresh mud. I don't know. Fresh mud. We want sort of a. Now let's just go for the dark reddy brown, shall we? Kit. This is of course an enamel wash. I could do with like a little palette. I need to get myself a little palette so I can decant it in, but I'll sort that out. So right, so I'm going to get myself quite a wide brush because there's quite a wide area. So obviously you need to clean this with white spirit rather than just water. Just move it about to cover everything. Be a little bit gentle because I don't really want the brown on any of the light grey, because it's obviously I've got some nice black for that to give it like a little bit of a grubby look, rather than this is trying to make it look like wood. Might actually have to get a slightly smaller brush, he said after starting. Ooh. Really work it into some of the floorboards. No, they're not. It's only a small scale kit, so there's not a lot of board stuff on here. You know, you can wipe it off and not realise you've even wiped it off. That'll do. Now I need to find my white spirit. Give the brush a clean. Need to put this in a pot somewhere. And we're going to let that dry, and then I'll come back and give it some wiping down. Right, while that's drying, we've got the back half, and on these what I'm going to need to do is just give these, we're going to give these a wash over with some clear over the top of the guns. Where's my wide brush again? Here it is. I don't know if this is going to do clear again. Let's try this one. Just like that. Just to lock in what I've already done. I've already played with the floorboards on this one, and though these have been done as well. So let's give that we'll give that time to dry, and then we can wash that and give that a clean too. But because the XF22 is an acrylic, we can wipe that with water. You just have to remember what you put where. I should really, one of these days, when I actually get more used to painting and modelling, actually coming up with a system that works nicely. But it's difficult. Every product's different. Every modeller does it differently. So, obviously, grab your cotton bud. I call them cotton buds. I think you call them Q-tips in America. For our American friends, I'm sure somebody in America watches this. I don't know why I thought that, because not many people in England watch it. Wow. So, and when you're trying to take this off, because this is still a little bit on the wet side, you want to go in the flow of one way. I'd say one way on a boat, because, or at least it wants to be linear, not across. On an aircraft, you want to go with the direction of the wind, so from front to back. That way it doesn't look like somebody's wiped it off. It looks like it's actually come off with, you know, with the movement of the wind. You know, the dirt's, you know, you've had an oil slick. This is the problem I had before when I put it on the front half, is that it just gets I wasn't that keen on the finish. I don't really know what I'm doing wrong, because I don't have any, you know, I don't have these problems when I'm doing an aircraft. Perhaps it's just, you just have to spend a little bit more time on it. But you know, this is coming up all right. It's not too bad. There's a bit in there that's looking a bit too. There we go. Turn this round. Oh, I've got to admit though, I mean, this particular kit has really tried my patience. I've never really had a kit that's almost made me want to put it in the bin. I mean, I still haven't sorted out the hull, because that just went horrendously wrong. I haven't really sorted it out, but I suppose it's good for you guys, because you can see me sorting it out rather than just throwing the kit in the bin, which, believe you me, I was close to doing. But having said all that, I really want to do another ship. But you know, I do want to do another boat, another ship. I'll tell you why. It's that. You see that kind of, I can't get it right in the camera. it's that profile, you know, that you know, when you used to see like, oops, like the old World War II films. Yeah, that profile, that kind of, you know, when you look at like the 1930s films of like See the Bismarck and what's the other one? The Cruel Sea, and when you see them all in convoy, and you get that from the front, they look so mean, don't they? Look so menacing. But they're actually gonna, you know, you would never want them to fire and sink it. But I must admit, this ain't coming out too bad, though, is it? What do you think? It's looking alright, I think. I quite like it. Once I've got this set, I've gone wrong there somewhere. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to get rid of that. I might never be able to get rid of that, but I've got some kind of line across there. Look, that's where I swear that's where I spilt the. It's that side that I spilt the wash, which annoyed me. Hold on. I don't know, I might just keep rubbing and put a little bit, try and put a little bit more on there and try and because what you're trying to get to is you're trying to get to that stage where it doesn't look like you've painted it, and it actually looks like somebody's run up and down the decks with grubby boots 5,000 times. But personally, I don't think that's too bad. And then, because the next step from that, when this dries, is because I'll do them both at the same time, is to put some black wash like on here, and make the actual superstructure look a bit. I don't know what to do about the inside of the funnels. Got a bit of, don't know whether to give it a bit of a dry brush with some grey, just really lightly over all the bits that stick up. I've got the two front guns to sort out as well. So while that's like that, let's grab the panel wash out. So this, you need a smaller brush for the panel wash, is that? Yeah, see, that's that. It's because it's acrylic, it goes off so fast, and then I can just go and all the black runs across all the lines. Brings it out quite nicely. And you do the same as the front one, just let it dry, and then the wash on me. This is the panel liner, the AK black wash panel liner. I would really like to try the Tamiya one. I've heard good words about it, but it's so expensive to get hold of, and around this area there isn't really anyone who stocks Tamiya stuff. Let's give the sides a go so everyone can see that these are steps. Give this a bit of a shake, it's not coming out very black. Better. That's better. Now you can see the wings and doors. That's the back half done. Let's give this front half a wash. This is sort of the bit that's all new to me, because we didn't sort of do this thing when I was a nipper. Building models, but it's great. I mean, if you've not tested about with washers, it's well worth the effort. Really is. The most difficult bit about the whole thing is sorting out the clear washes, and it's the clear washes that tend to ruin your models, I find. All this stuff can be cleaned off. This is fine. I mean, you can clean it off. And the amount of times I've done really nice models, put the wash on like this and then cleaned it off and pulled all the paint off. And I couldn't tell you what any of the rules are either. I mean, I often, because I've had problems with all kinds, absolutely all kinds of them. And it's, you know, I've used acrylic.
I'm not sure.
Good old Alexa. I've used acrylic washes over enamel clears. I've used enamel washes over acrylic clears, and it just seems to be on the day. I tell you what, I think a lot of it is letting it dry. If you give it a couple of days to dry, like your clear coat, you've got to put your clear coat on regardless of what it is. You've got to let it dry. You've got to put it on and let it dry. Make sure that is dry before you start mucking about with it, because I think that is more than likely a problem. That's more than likely a lot of modelers' problems, because we're all so desperate to get it finished and put together. And I'll guarantee you, and we're all the same, we've all done it, there is a model in our stash that we've bought that we really want to do just after we started this one. Even though we really wanted to do this one, there's another model in my stash that I'd rather be doing than this one. And yeah, I don't know why that is. No idea. I think we're all the same though, that's why everyone has such a large stash of models. Anyway, right, we'll let all that dry and we'll be back with a bit of cleaning.